Welcome to NFT Nation, the most relatable and reliable NFT and crypto podcast in the nation. I'm your host, Michael Wheeler. And in today's episode, I'll be pretty much explaining what the brand new Apecoin is and all the important information that's surrounding the token. But before we start, I just wanted to first say that the goal of this podcast is to just inform and let the audience know and inform them about what the Apecoin is and what the future potential of it is. And this is not supposed to be taken as any sort of financial advice, and I'm not telling you to buy or sell this token. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So people are obviously wondering, what exactly is the Apecoin? I've been seeing it all over my Twitter timeline the past few days. What is it? So pretty much the Apecoin is a ERC20 token, which means it is a cryptocurrency built on top of the Ethereum blockchain, very similar to maybe a Polygon or something like that. This means it uses similar framework to Ethereum. So if you're confident in your skills to use Ethereum, you should be pretty confident on how you can use and transfer Apecoin. As well as this also means gas fees will most likely be high since it's correlated with Ethereum. There's a lot of congestion on the Ethereum blockchain, so it just would make sense that there'd be a lot of congestion on the Apecoin blockchain, especially since it is new. And also the Apecoin is kind of why this is kind of the main reason it's popular, is because the Apecoin is linked to the very famous Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection. And Apecoin was created by the same people that actually created the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So you can see that kind of correlation there. So next question people want to know is, who's behind Apecoin? Where did this come from? Who's controlling it? Why is it even here or whatever? So in addition to the Apecoin protocol, which is the code behind Apecoin tokens, there is an Apecoin DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization, and the Ape Foundation and the Apecoin DAO board. So that's kind of the three main players that are controlling the Apecoin, which is the Ape DAO, the Ape Foundation, and the Ape DAO kind of board, or the executive officers, you could say. So pretty much the main company behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club is Yuga Labs, and this company's huge. They've made huge purchases inside the NFT and crypto space. I mean, they just bought the IP to CryptoPunks, so technically they own CryptoPunks as well as the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is massive. And pretty much Yuga Labs is traditionally a corporate entity that's registered in Delaware, actually. So it's actually a company, not just some random crypto organization or whatever. And it's reportedly in talks with the venture capital firm Anderson Horowitz about funding that would value Yuga Labs at $5 billion. So this obviously isn't anything to shake your head at. It's a pretty serious company that's doing pretty big moves in the space, and it's recently made moves to become effectively the first major NFT monopoly. Just like I mentioned earlier, they purchased CryptoPunks and they own Bored Ape Yacht Club. So one company owning the two biggest NFT collections is nothing to make fun of. So that's always kind of it's weird to see a big company kind of entering the NFT space and trying to kind of be the biggest player, if that makes sense. And Yuga Labs created Apecoin, but they really don't want to say that because the company behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, it's obviously Yuga Labs is the company behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, so it makes sense that they're behind Apecoin or whatever. But they've carefully coordinated a marketing campaign that has taken great pains to disassociate Apecoin from any one conventional corporation, because Yuga Labs doesn't want to be blamed if the Apecoin goes to zero or whatever. So that's why they have this board, or they have the Apecoin DAO, so it can be controlled by the DAO and it's not controlled by one company, which obviously puts more decentralization inside the entire space, inside the entire Apecoin ecosystem, if that makes sense. Which I think is a good idea, because you don't want one company controlling a currency. But also then, what is Yuga Labs trying to show as a leader behind the token? And obviously, the Apecoin's being launched by the Apecoin DAO, and that's kind of who Yuga Labs is saying, created the coin. And obviously, the Apecoin DAO is a governing body in which all ape holders, which Apecoin is otherwise known as Ape, all ape holders are members of the DAO, and it's meant to field proposals from the community, which token holders can then vote on. So if you hold Ape or the Apecoin, you are going to be able to pretty much vote on major movements inside the kind of Apecoin ecosystem. And it's kind of like given similar, if anyone knows how the stock market works and you own stocks, when it comes time to vote on some certain parts of the company, you each stock you own is one vote in the corporation, and this is kind of similar to how a DAO works. Obviously, just like I mentioned earlier, there's also a separate organization called the Ape Foundation. And the Ape Foundation will handle day-to-day DAO administration. It also takes care of proposal management and other tasks that ensure that the DAO community's ideas have support they need to become a reality. So pretty much if someone has a recommendation for the DAO or ApeCoin, the Ape Foundation will kind of make it their job to promote that idea and make sure it kind of gets seen by the community so it actually becomes a reality. Just like to reiterate, what exactly does this DAO do? And holding the Ape coin makes you a member of the DAO. An Ape Foundation subcommittee will also serve as the Ape Coin's DAO board. So there is a little bit of a leadership here, and the DAO board will oversee certain proposals. They'll kind of like vote on whether the proposals kind of pass through the foundation, if that makes sense. And the initial board consists of 5 high profile crypto investors. So this is actually a pretty big deal. Here are the people that are actually on the Apecoin board. So we have the Reddit co-founder, Alex Ohanian. I'm definitely saying that wrong, but Reddit co-founder, big player. We have Amy Wu, who leads the crypto exchange FTX, their venture arm, so kind of like their investment kind of arm of FTX, and also Maria Bajwa of Sound Ventures, which is another big player in investments in the NFT community. We have Animoca Brands, Yatsu, and Dean Steinbach of Horizon Labs. So obviously there's a mix of people from investments, there's a mix of people from kind of the coding side of all these kind of developments and dApps or decentralized applications. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds there. And each board member gets a 6-month term. And the Apecoin website promises that the DAO members will be able to vote on future members. So kind of like you're voting on the next leaders of Apecoin, if that makes sense. So pretty much, what are the Bored Ape Yacht officials saying about the coin? Apecoin's official website is saying that the token is a decentralized protocol layer for community-led initiatives that drive culture forward into the metaverse. So obviously the Bored Ape Yacht Club in the past few weeks have been kind of promoting their own metaverse just to create their own ecosystem inside the crypto and NFT space, which is very good to see because this makes me very bullish on the Bored Ape Yacht Club because they really are trying to create their own thing and they're trying to be different than any other NFT in the space, which is pushing the NFT kind of word out there and making it more user friendly and more popular. So obviously the Apecoin is new. So where did all the initial Apecoin actually go? So first, 62% of the total Apecoins are being set aside for token holders and the DAO treasury. So pretty much it's just being held inside the decentralized organization. It's not being given to anyone. Also, the first 90 days of Apecoin's existence, anyone who holds some combination of NFTs from the Bored Ape Yacht Club and its 2 spin-off collections, the Mutant Ape Yacht Club and the Bored Ape Kennel Club, can claim a certain amount of ape from Apecoin's website. So before the Apecoin officially dropped, if you owned a Bored Ape Yacht Club branded NFT, you were airdropped, which is pretty much just like being given Apecoin. So there's a lot of people that have made hundreds of thousands of dollars in literal seconds because they owned a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, and all of this ape coin was just given to them. So it's just crazy to see the power of airdrops. So claiming these coins is a little like claiming free money. For each Bored Ape you own, you're entitled to 10,094 Apecoin. That's around $150,000 at today's prices. Obviously, the Apecoin price has been fluctuating in the past few days, but it's just kind of crazy to see how much money these people are being given. Um, at today's prices, that's about half of what you would need to buy yourself another Bored Ape. They're obviously not making their entire money back, but I mean that's still life-changing money. So far, around 110 million ape coins have been claimed by the NFT holders. Another 38% of the ape coin is set aside for initial contributors, and this pretty much means like the people that founded Bored Ape Yacht Club or founded Yuga Labs or helped create Apecoin. So Yuga Labs is getting 150 million Apecoin, 10 million of which will go to the Jan Goodall Foundation, which is charity. Next, 140 million Apecoin goes to the companies and people that helped make the project a reality. So pretty much they're just paying people for doing all the work on the project or whatever. And as yet, an unnamed group that most likely includes members of Yuga Labs team. Just like I said, people are just getting paid for for their work, if that makes sense. And 80 million ape coins goes to the founders of Yuga Labs. Just like I said, all these coins are locked for the first 12 months, so holders can't just cash out and tank the price. So obviously, there's not going to be any insider selling at the very beginning of this project because they will be holding for the first 12 months. And just like a little fun fact about all that, again, Yuga Labs claims zero responsibility for Apecoin, but it's just taking a significant chunk of the profits. They're not saying it's theirs, but they just got gifted 80 million Apecoin, so we all know who's really making the decisions here. Just some more quick facts about Apecoin, just to kind of spice things up. There is a total supply of 1 billion Ape tokens. The initial airdrop supply is 150 Ape tokens. Over 14,000 Ethereum addresses have claimed the airdrop of Apecoin. 96% of all eligible wallets have claimed their Apecoins. So at the time of recording, 4% of people that own a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT have not claimed their free money, pretty much. And over 130 million ape coins have been claimed, which is crazy to see. And at the time of recording this, the all-time high of Apecoin is $39.40, and the all-time low is somewhere around $7. So you can see there is massive price fluctuation with this because, I mean, it's brand new, and right when it dropped, it was listed on almost every exchange. Like, it was instantly on Coinbase, instantly on FTX, instantly on eToro, instantly on pretty much any major crypto site. You could buy Apecoin directly, which is kind of good to see that like all of these companies were just ready for Apecoin, and they were ready. Like, they instantly adapted, which is great to see. So what can you do with Ape token? The Apecoin mostly exists for speculation and governance, you could say, for the decentralized organization, but Yuga Labs has grand ambitions for the token. Like, they have massive plans in the future for what this can do. The first example is kind of just something like play-to-earn games. A mobile game called Benji Bananas, developed by the Amoka Brands, is adopting Apecoin as a kind of in-game currency. So for 25 Apecoins, you can buy a Benji Bananas membership pass, which lets you earn special tokens in the game. And also, those tokens can be swapped for Apecoin, so it's kind of like their own little economy inside the game using these Ape tokens. And also, Yuga Labs plans to use Ape, or the Apecoin, as its primary currency for all new projects. So you could see that maybe some brand new NFT projects that kind of move away from Ethereum, and instead of buying something with Ethereum, you were buying this brand new blue chip NFT collection with Apecoin, which is another reason why some people are speculative about the coin. This is good news because the more you can do with the token, the less trouble Yuga Labs will get into with the SEC, because you don't want to make the coin a security. You want to make it a currency, just like fluctuating, be able to buy stuff and just be able to kind of just do more and more stuff with it instead of just having it as a security like a stock, so the Yuga Labs does not have to deal with any government kind of sniffing on what they're doing. They just want to be their own organization, be their own person, and just kind of live and chill, if that makes sense. So a lot of people are wondering, like, what's the future outlook for Apecoin? Like, this is just kind of seems stupid. It's brand new. I mean, why don't I just buy Ethereum? Like, why don't I just buy Bitcoin? Like, what's really going on? So pretty much, if you're bullish on Apecoin, you can just like be bullish on Ethereum, because since Apecoin is built on top of Ethereum, if Apecoin does well, that means Ethereum does well, if that makes sense. It's really not the other way around, because just because Ethereum does well does not exactly mean Apecoin will do well, because there are so many projects built on top of Ethereum. If the play-to-earn games and Ape ecosystem becomes huge, the coin's use case will be very broad. So if more and more people begin to play this game and earn Ape tokens and buy and sell the Ape tokens within their own little ecosystem, obviously the demand will rise for the coin. I can see myself potentially investing in the Apecoin. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Do not listen to anything, or do not follow my kind of trading blindly. That will not end up well, because you never know what I will be doing. I can't just like constantly tell you all when I'm buying or selling. That's not really what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate. I can see myself potentially investing in the Apecoin, because especially with a lot of metaverse stuff that's coming out with Apecoin, there's just so much potential with everything. I mean, Bored Ape Yacht Club's a blue chip NFT. Everyone's heard of Bored Ape. I mean, some people might just say it's an expensive picture of a monkey, but if you look more into it, there's actually a lot to do with the future of the metaverse and kind of Web3 as a whole. I would wait a few weeks or months before making a decision whether to invest in this or not, just because it's purely speculative right now and it's brand new. I mean, I don't think anyone would invest in something this new unless they're just trying to make a quick buck. But I mean, I'm not telling you to do anything, but if you have money that you're willing to lose, just go ahead and be speculative. It's not I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's not a bad or good idea, because no one really knows what's going to happen in the future. But, everyone has their own thesis for what they're buying. And obviously, if you believe in the future of Bored Ape Collection, you should believe in the future of Apecoin, just because they're so correlated. A lot of people are wondering, kind of the last question I have to answer is, where can I buy it? And pretty much, just like I said earlier, it's very simple. It's literally almost on every single cryptocurrency exchange. I know for a fact you can buy it on Coinbase. I know for a fact you can buy it on eToro. I know you can buy it on Crypto.com as well as Binance. And pretty much, if there's anyone out there that uses something that isn't those four, I would bet with 99% accuracy that you can buy it on your platform of choice besides Robinhood, because they never update anything. But yeah, if you are looking into purchasing Apecoin or holding Apecoin for the future, obviously you can use those crypto sites. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you today about what is Apecoin, what is the Ape token, future outlook, like who runs it, why was it created, what's the what can happen in the future with Ape token or whatever. So I really hope you all learned something today. That's really my goal of this podcast, is just to teach you all everything you need to know, because just like I'm trying to make this podcast as relatable and reliable as possible, because not everyone has millions of dollars just to throw into something and watch it burn. Like, normal people like you and I have a budget, have a certain level of income that we can't just explode. We can't just we can't double our income in 2 months, just like some of these rich people that are throwing their money in NFTs. We have to do our own research. We have to understand what we're buying into. And yeah, hopefully you understand if you buy into this, or maybe this episode helped you kind of learn more about it and understand the future of Apecoin, and maybe it helps you form your own opinion about what Apecoin is. So if you learned something today, please go ahead and follow us on Spotify. And if you absolutely love this episode, please give us 5 stars on Spotify. It really helps us out growing and getting more information out there to the people, because when someone puts 5 stars onto our profile, it tells Spotify, hey, people are really liking this. Let's expand. Let's get more people into it. Also, you can follow us on all our social medias. It's at NFT_nation_podcast. That's on everything: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, as well as YouTube. And if you want to listen to our YouTube channel, go ahead. You can subscribe. We would love some more subscribers on there. We just upload all the episodes onto YouTube, kind of just straight from Spotify. And yeah, guys, I think that's going to be all for me today. Hopefully you learned something, and have a good one.